9 left over crest. 120. Oh God. Oh. Wow. This is utterly insane.
Co-driving is a unique part of rallying. Rally drivers simply cannot compete without a co-driver alongside them. The co-driver delivers accurate pace notes to describe the road information so the driver has all the information needed to complete the stage with the fastest speed possible. Simply speaking, the rally drivers' lives are in the hands of the co-driver. Toyota Gazoo Racing has invited the Motorsport Network to have a go at co-driving with Takamoto Katsuta, and today we have our first lesson.
Now, as far as first lessons on rally co-driving go, chatting with Juho Hanninen is certainly up there. The Finn has driven at the highest level and is a WRC podium finish for Toyota, but in recent years he has jumped into the co-driving seat alongside Toyota WRC boss Jari-Matti Latvala to contest a selection of historic rallies. Long story short, he knows his stuff, so let's dive right in.
So we're here with Juho Hanninen. Just tell us how important the co-driver role is in rallying.
It's really, really important. Not only that what he's doing as a reading the pacenotes, but also for the driver that the relationship is working. And for sure, it's not so easy as it looks from the TV. Just reading the notes. It's not only about that. Because in the safari or many rallies, when it's rough and bumpy, it's really difficult, to write down. So you have to rewrite basically sometimes everything.
Explain to me what a pace note is. They use a lot of numbers and distances. Can you explain how they work?
So I think there's as many variations as there's a driver. So the basic thing is that you have a distance between the corners, and you have a corners, example 6 right or 4 right, depending how tight the corner is. And then one thing what you are describing a lot is the length of the corner, and then is it tightening or opening. So there's many details for the corner by itself. You can imagine in Monte Carlo there's snow and ice and it's melting down, so there can be almost every second corner easily some extra information. So that's quite demanding for the co-drivers.
So that really the driver their lives are in the hands of the co-driver, aren't they? It's a very important job.
Oh, for sure, that you have to fully trust on, because if you don't trust easily, you need to back up so much if you drive only with the eyes. So fully 100%, there's no doubt.
I'm going to be having a go at co-driving. What are the key skills that I need to learn?
First, I will give you this book. That's one thing for sure what you need. One thing, to listen to a little bit Taka's pace notes and have an idea how you could shorten the words. One thing is also that I would recommend to follow with the thumb, a little bit the line. If you look up and you start to think that, like example, now it's going well. And then you look the book back, then I look back. Then I steer, actually I don't have any idea where we are now. So it's...
The key skills there will be able to write concise, short notes, don't look up, and have a strong stomach.
Yeah, that's quite good. You will be busy, I can promise.
So to summarise, a co-driver is the sidekick and navigator for the driver, reading off pace notes to describe the road conditions ahead, whilst being thrown around in the passenger seat during the rally stage. Without the co-driver, the driver would be driving on line of sight alone, which isn't conducive to setting the fastest possible time. The co-driver has to be a master timekeeper and a super organised individual to ensure the car arrives at stages on time to avoid time penalties. They also need to be capable with a spanner should roadside repairs be required. So in short, it's a hectic role. It demands both driver and co-driver to trust each other implicitly to ensure the pair navigate through some of the world's most demanding and dangerous roads safely, while at the fastest speed possible. So that's the theory done. What about the practical test? To avoid being thrown in the deep end, we came up with a much better and safer first test.
So we're here in Finland, we've had a crash course in pace notes, now we're going to do some training in the virtual world using the WRC Generations game. I'm going to sit next to Takamoto, call notes for the Hayu stage, and let's see how we go. 500, hairpin right. 5 left, into square right, 6 right, flat left, 3 right over crest, 3 left short, 4 right deep in, junction, 3 left 120, 4 right don't cut, 4 right short, into 3 left 80 short, Caution, keep right. 2 left, 80. 2 right, short. Hairpin left, square right. Chicane, narrow, keep left. Chicane right, 30.
Oh. Okay.
Square left. Over finish.
Oh. Good job.
Yes.
Actually, you did very well.
Oh, thank you very
Timing
much.
is very good. Driver was not so good as you, but
I don't think I've got a co-driver career, but thank you for the
it's
time.
gonna be fun.
Okay, so virtual co-driving seems to go alright, but even in the safe environment of the realistic WRC Generations computer game, timing and the delivery of the notes is a real challenge. However, on the upside, Takamoto didn't crash, so I'll take that as a win. Now on to the real thing.
Welcome to Finland. Here's my pace notes book. I've been doing some training and now it's time for the real thing in the car, the Toyota GR Yaris. We'll be sitting next to Takamoto Katsuta, taking the place of co-driver Aaron Johnston to see if I can call some pace notes. I think it's going to be a massive challenge. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it, but I'll give it my best shot.
But before we do that, let's get the last piece of advice from Taka.
The plan is for me to try and call some pace notes for you, to try and pretend to be Aaron.
That's good.
What advice can you give me?
As long as if you following right and left, it should be okay. If you go left, but yeah, I just follow your pace note, so you
Okay, so no
have
pressure
big
then.
pressure now.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, don't be so nervous. Just enjoy the ride, and you just read. If it's too much information, just you say like number and right or left. It's more than enough. If you know the angle and which side, which direction, this is more than enough. So no worries.
Right, so don't be nervous and know my left and right. Solid advice there from Taka. However, the don't be nervous piece of advice was virtually impossible to follow after watching Katsuta and Johnston blast through several parts of the road in the new for 2022 hybrid GR Yaris that packs an impressive 500 horsepower punch. The road we would be testing was a super twisty gravel road full of jumps and crests, so it was going to be a roller coaster ride through a tree-lined forest. Aaron also explained the pace note style that he and Takamoto operate, which is known as a 1-to-9 system. 9 represents the least sharp of corners, while 1 is almost a 90-degree turn. On top of this, details are added such as touch, which means small cut, don't, which means don't cut, and the more simple jump and crest calls. Aaron said if I could call 8 corners correctly, that would be an impressive start for a rookie. Just reading this shorthand on steroids while waiting to jump in the seat was difficult enough. But my wait was over and it was time to face music.
7 right, long over jump. Plus 8 left, 30, lock, crest, 40. 1 right, plus crest. 8 right over jump. 30, brake 8 left, 20, 4 right, 20, 5 left, 80 over crest, 9 left over crest, 120. Oh God! Wow! How on earth do you do that? That is amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. Oh wow! This is utterly insane. So you try many well. Oh, thank you. Oh, it worked.
The speed in which your brain has to function to call the notes correctly is ridiculous. My downfall was trying to turn the page of the notebook, as my slow reaction meant I lost my place in the notes and it was game over. That didn't stop Takamoto from firing through the remainder of the road at a crazy speed, while offering a commentary, I might add.
I don't know how they do it. I don't know how drivers and co-drivers do it. It's so hard. It's so difficult. They really earn their money. They really do. That's something else. That really is something. I don't know how the co-drivers do it. It's so difficult. But I will say, on the return leg, I got through the first page of notes. And Taka said I didn't do too bad, so I'll take that. Got lost a couple of times, but yeah, incredible experience. I just can't fathom how they do it. It's so good. Thank you.
In short, the world of co-driving is not for the faint-hearted. It certainly produces a shot of adrenaline like I've never experienced before, which I guess is understandable when you're sliding through the forest with trees flashing by your window. It took a full 3 hours for my limbs to stop shaking afterwards, and a few bottles of water to calm down and process the insight provided to us by Toyota Gazoo Racing. It must be said that the men and women that take up the profession deserve the utmost respect for tackling what has to be one of the most demanding and skillful roles in motorsport. I still don't quite know how they were able to do it, but on reflection it is clear that co-drivers should receive far more credit for their vital contribution to the sport. These drivers and co-drivers are seriously skilled individuals.